I'm Ryan with Prudential Pest Solutions, and today we're going to talk about Powder Post Beetles, which is a wood-destroying beetle that obviously eats wood and destroys it. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here in the basement. So if we look on this piece of wood here, and so that zooms in, we can see that these little holes in this piece of lumber above this window, and what these are, it's the exit holes of the powder post beetle. And what it looks like, I describe it as, it looks like if you took a nail and just hit it in there and removed it, that's what the size of the hole is. So they're pretty small. You might think, what's the big deal? There's just some little beetles chewing some little holes in the wood. But what we're actually only seeing is what the exit hole is, right? So that's them coming out of the wood. What we're not seeing, and if we look on this board here, this is the extent of the damage that they can do. Now, over time, they've reinforced this wood with another 2x4 here, but this is what the original piece of wood looked like, and all of this is all the damage from the powder post beetles. So on the outside of the wood, it just looked like those tiny little exit holes, but on the inside of that wood, as we can see, and you can even see some of the little holes here on the inside, but this is a piece of wood that was completely eaten out by these powder post beetles. So the way we treat for that is, I like to use a product called Bora Care. So Bora Care is a borate salt solution that we apply to the wood, and it actually permeates deep into the wood. And why that's important is that the beetles that they're living inside of that wood, they're going to come across that salt and it's going to kill them. And it's also going to provide us with years and years and years of protection. So not only are we killing the beetles, but we're also protecting the wood against future infestations with termites, Carpenter Ants, wood beetles, and powder post beetles specifically. So it's a great product. It takes care of treating and also preventing a lot of wood-destroying insects. Now, how do we know if this is active or not? Well, truthfully, we don't know. Now, we can take some guesses and we can say, well, if this wood that they've used to... So here's the board that's all chewed up from the powder post beetles. This board is new. We can look on the new board and say, is there any activity on the new board? And if we find those little exit holes, then we can say with a fair amount of certainty that, yeah, it's probably an active problem because the new board is also infested with it. Now, in this case, I don't see any on this board, but does that mean that the infestation is gone? Does that mean it's been treated 10, 15, 20 years ago? Who knows? There's no documentation on this house. So we would recommend a treatment just so we have a baseline of the issue's been treated, and then we know that it's protected for years to come, and then we offer a warranty beyond that so that these folks know that their house is protected for the long term. So if you have a wood-destroying insect, whether it's termites, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, powder post beetles, old house borers, or any kind of wood-destroying insect, we are experts at dealing with that. Now, your home is your biggest investment for most people. And what these wood-destroying insects do is that they eat the foundation of the home. They eat the bones of your home. And sometimes they go unnoticed for years. Prudential Pest Solutions, we can inspect your house. And more importantly, we can protect your house so that it lasts a lifetime.